Hi Lina, can you please introduce yourself and share a little bit about your background?
Hi, so I'm Lina Genta. I'm 16 years old. I'm French and German, and we live in Singapore for 3 years. So I'm studying at the French school, and I have a scoliosis since I'm 9 years old.
I see. When were you diagnosed with scoliosis and what led you to seek treatment with Dr. Kevin Lau in Singapore?
So I was diagnosed with scoliosis when I'm 9 years old, and at first I was having a treatment in France, but it wasn't working anymore. So mom found Dr.
Yeah, I think I read the book of Dr. Lowe because the treatment in France was not efficient. Then as a mom, I tried to find another solution and I found the book from Dr. Kevin Lau, and I read the book, and then I took contact from France with him.
I see. What was life like for you before undergoing treatment at ScolioLife?
So it was actually very difficult. I was wearing a brace during the night, but the brace was completely different. I mean, I couldn't really live with the brace. It was just to sit and go back to sleep. That's the only thing I could do with the brace. I had a lot of pain. Going to school became really difficult because I wasn't sleeping enough. My back was always painful. And we didn't see, there wasn't any solution against all these problems. So it was really a complicated situation.
Thanks. Were there any specific challenges or limitations you faced due to your scoliosis?
Yes, so I had, with all the pain, and I went to the doctor at least 2 or 3 weeks just to try to get the pain away. So for going to school was very difficult. I couldn't really sit on the chair very long. I couldn't carry all my stuff, so I had to adjust a lot of things with the teacher. So when you also spend your time at a clinic and everything, social contact became a bit hard because a lot of things I couldn't do with my friends. So it was very difficult.
And she had to stop all her activities. She couldn't play violin, she couldn't dance, she was doing classic dance, and she had to stop everything. I think her life changed completely.
Okay, Lina, what degree was your scoliosis?
So when my very first video, I had 26 on high and 18 on the lower back. And just before we came to Singapore, I had three curves. One being around 40.
I see. Can you share your experience during the treatment process at ScolioLife?
It was completely different from what I was used to the treatment in France. So first, I think the brace, I had to wear it the entire day, but the brace being so different that I can actually live with the brace. I mean, right now I'm doing everything with my brace.
Amazing. How did the team at ScolioLife support you throughout your treatment journey?
Oh, it was the moral support was very important because, in France, I had the treatment for several years, and I never really had, any moral support behind. And during my just 2 weeks in here, I heard so many positive stuff, so many encouragements that, you just want to keep continuing. So really, it's really helpful.
Thank you. Were there any specific aspects of the treatment that pleasantly surprised you?
Well, I think it's the overall view of the treatment. In France, it was really the surgeon was Francis, the surgeon. He just saw the spine. That's the only thing that he was really caring about. And here, so there's the food. We had to change it. Mom took care of that part. There are also a lot of exercise I have to do at home after school, which is different because in France, when we ask him about exercise to try to avoid the pain or to make the spine straighter, he just said no, we don't really need it. So it was very different.
I think that the approach in France is just we wait and it comes to the point where surgery is necessary or not, finished. Whereas here, it's an active approach. We would like to do something, we would like to change. If you're willing to do, we would like to change things. And that's really the biggest difference. France is just waiting for being old enough for suffering surgery or not.
There also was the point about pain. I mean, in France, the surgery, so it would have been a very difficult surgery because mine was very severe. And maybe the pain will still be there. So they were saying if the pain is still there, when you are 30, we can do injection to try to, fight the pain, but that's all. And here, since I'm having the treatment of ScolioLife, I almost have no pain. So it's very, very nice.
It was surprising because we had to adapt our way to eat. Then we had a lot of advice from Dr. Kevin Lowe to explain what Lena had to eat, what we had to change in our alimentation. Then it was really interesting. That was for us as parents, I think, the surprise. And but all the family made the changes, and it's not a problem. At the first time, we thought, oh my God, it will not be possible.
It was
in Europe.
Also very different from what you have in Europe.
Absolutely.
When we talk about it to our family or friends, no, it's weird. That's how they act.
I can see that is a good change.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Lina, what positive changes have you noticed in your life since completing the treatment?
Okay, I noticed a lot of positive changes. First, I think I can go to school. I mean, I'm living an almost normal life, which a few years ago wasn't just a dream, I can say. Then the pain, I mean, almost no pain. I can sleep at night without problem. It's a very important change, I think. There's also
A lot of things.
Yes,
a lot of
so
things.
many actually.
Because before we came to Singapore, before we came to ScolioLife clinic and met Dr. Kevin Lowe, Lena couldn't stay more than 10 or 15 minutes in the same position. She couldn't sleep, she couldn't sit, she couldn't walk. And now she has quasi normal life, I would say. She can walk, she can go to school, and she can move alone independently.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can do a lot of things with my friends because in France it was okay, we want to do that, but yeah, we know you can't. So you can meet us after, and so we can still have time. And now it's just okay, we want to do that. Is it still okay with your back? And I go with them, and it actually is very fine.
Okay.
The last diagnosis in France, just before we left for Singapore, was that she should have 3 operations, 3 surgeries, which would have blocked her for 6 months recovery in hospital. That's no longer a topic. I mean, that's an important change.
Yes.
Were there any unexpected benefits or improvement that you didn't anticipate?
Oh yes, with my brother. I think once more months after we actually changed the treatment, so I didn't have any pain. It was very more so life was becoming easier, and my brother broke his feet, and we were having this new alimentations and everything, and after 2 weeks his feet was completely back to normal. He was even stronger, so it was really a change we weren't anticipating at all, I think.
Yeah, I think the doctor at the hospital was absolutely surprised. But it's not possible. It's not the same food. So, yeah, it's the same kid and it's the same food.
Yes, and with the alimentation.
It has an
Yeah.
impact on your life,
Yeah.
and your way your
Yes.
body is reacting. Yes.
How has your overall well-being, posture, and daily activities improved?
Okay, so the posture, I'm normally straight. After depends when I'm coming back home after a long school day, not always. But at school I could take part to a lot of activities and without any problems. I mean, which in France I couldn't even imagine taking part of all the things because I was always at the clinic or I had too much pain to simply just do anything. So yes, I think it helped.
Lina, what advice would you give to someone who is considering ScolioLife for scoliosis treatment?
Well, they have to take this treatment because it really helps improve. Then I have just to say that when you don't want to do anything and you just want to wait that thing pass, it's not for you, because ScolioLife I think taught me that when you really want something to get better, you can have all the helps you want, but you have to do it also yourself. Without that, it simply doesn't work.
Sure. Is there anything you wish you had known before starting your treatment that you would like to share with others?
I remember my parents forgot to tell me everything about the brace. That part was a bit in the shadow. I think after advice, I think I wish I had.
Perhaps you wanted a bit younger.
Yes.
Then no, but it was very good because we took contact with Dr. Kevin Lowe and he explained everything when we still were in France. And then we came to Singapore, and then we knew a lot. We were informed,
Yes.
and we had no questions. And the treatment was so efficient that we decided to move to Singapore. Then I think as advice we can just say,
Do it. Try.
Try and do it. It's
Yes.
better than do nothing. Try, it's very good.
Lina, how has your life changed post-treatment, and what activities can you now anticipate in that were challenging before?
Okay, so for the activities, I think, we went with my parents several times, for example, to Sentosa for Illumination Universal Studio, and I could do almost everything without, very bad consequences in the morning, without having to run back to Dr. Lowe for help because I had pain. No, really, I could do things which before I wasn't really even thinking about it. I can also dress, almost normally. I just have to take account for the brace, but it's not very a problem because before since I wasn't straight, all the clothes weren't really made for me. Sometimes it looked a bit weird, to be honest. Yeah, and I can take part, in any activities. I can go out with my friends, we can go and have, we did an escape game without, any problem. I don't have any painful problem that I have to get out or to go and sit somewhere. It's really, I have a normal life, I would say.
Normal social life.
Yes.
And I think something very important, she will be able to study, to go to university.
Yes.
Because it was not so sure with the problem.
And
she can.
It even, I think, helped me. Now I know I want to study medicine.
That's amazing. Have you noticed any long-term benefits or changes in your overall health and well-being?
Wow. So I know I mentioned it before, so the pain was the first one. After,
I think as mother, when we are good, then I see a big difference. Absolutely. It's really straight. And she had, I don't know the name in English, she had...
hunchback.
Yeah,
The hunchback.
exactly.
Yeah.
It
Small hunchback,
disappeared.
which has
And it's,
And
it's
something-
really different.
I think something very important, because in France, when we went to the doctor to adjust a bit the brace and everything, it was every time I came back, I think almost every time I was crying because it was only negative stuff. And now, well, no problem. I come here once a week just for the treatment, and it's all right. It's very nice.
I think ScolioLife is like a big family.
Yes.
And it's absolutely different in France. I think is what Lena wants to say.
Yeah.
Then when you are coming to ScolioLife, you know everybody and anybody
Yes.
knows you.
We
And
were
ask if
talking.
it's all right, if you are okay, and
Yes.
if you need something, you have to work, of course. But it's like in a family.
Yeah, when I had
yeah.
some very big exam and so the period was stressful, everyone was, okay, are you all right? It's okay, there for you. So it's really nice to come here.
And just once when we come the first time, Lena didn't speak one word English. My English is bad, but she didn't speak one word English.
I could say hello.
She could follow the treatment. We were not here as parents, and
Yeah.
it was not a problem. Then it was all was explained. I don't know how, but
Yes,
everything
I
was
can't
okay,
even remember
everything was
how.
all right, and
Yeah,
it was no. It's a good atmosphere.
Okay, Lena, I can see there is a brace in front of you. Would you mind sharing with us how was your experience with the ScolioLife brace?
So the brace, my new best friend, I have to say. It's very nice because in this brace, when we were in France, I could grow inside the brace. So it's really made, I think, in 3D, which is very, very interesting. And very not painful. I mean, once you are adapt to the brace, it's very nice. You almost don't feel it sometimes. And here's a completely new brace from Dr. Kevin Lowe that he did since the treatment was going well. We tried something even new so that it can be even better. And that one is even, I think I prefer that brace. As it is less heavier when I'm, carrying in a bag or anything. And is also more flexible. I mean, I move even more inside this brace than the other one. So he's really nice.
Okay. Lena, if you were to summarize your experience with ScolioLife in a few words, what would you say?
In a few words, I think not enough.
Good experience.
Yeah, very good experience.
Grateful.
Thank you.